So this is the recap for live stream 328, and we had a bit of a roller coaster today. We started the day well, built the account up, and through a series of losing trades, one trade in particular, I ended up giving back pretty much all the gains, and I was actually negative on the day, only slightly, but I was negative. So let's have a look at the trades that were taken. Now, we saw from the most recent profitable day that I did trade some Fibonacci's, and they did work in my favor, resulted in a fair amount of profits. But the thing about those trades are they are far rarer than I would like. So came in today, made a few adjustments to my primary strategy that I've been using over a couple of weeks here to mixed results, but decided to use it today based on the market conditions. Now, market overall, we had a big move up on the news that the United States will be lifting export restrictions on NVIDIA H20 chips to China, and China reducing tensions as well by looking at their export control of rare earth minerals. Now, on gold, first we took a long trade today. What I've also done today was I've also decided to add in a little bit of trade into trades with stops at the most recent swings, just to see if I can accumulate a bit more profits from my profitable trades. Of course, it works in the converse as well. If I do add to a position, it does turn around, I increase the likelihood of losses and increase size of losses. So took a long here as the market came down, market turned around, exited there. I believe I then went short, took profits, after which didn't have any trades for quite a long time on gold here. Then went short again, added to the position like I've just mentioned. So I was in, took profits, and I believe I took profits again as market came down. So those were pretty much it for the gold trades. Over on NQ, not NQ, on ES. So again, ES would have been affected quite a bit by the news regarding NVIDIA. So I'm going to take some of these lines off so I have a cleaner chart. Over and on ES here, I went long, I believe added to that position, took profits, prices came back, gave me an exit signal, so exited. I believe I took profits there. That sounds about right. Yep, took profits. So original position, added, took profits, went short, added, took profits there, went short again, took profits. Believe this was taken off for pretty much near or break even or a loss. Believe another long there. Long, took profits, long again through here, and took profits as the market went up. So long, added to the position, took profits as the market went up. Long through there, taking it off. Yeah, that was a full position. Added again through there. Overall, let's have a look at NQ, which was the most difficult of all the instruments, of course, the most volatile. And it is quite easy to overtrade on NQ due to the level of volatility present in the instrument. So went long, added to the position, took profits again, went short, added to the position. Believe I took a loss there. Re-entered long, so took a loss as prices came above these highs. Re-entered short because I noticed the market was heading down, and I was still in the ES position. Eventually the take profit was hit, prices came down through here. What was it doing? So went long, added to the position. On this occasion it did not work out, so went long, added to the position, market turned around, took a loss there and got stopped out on the rest. Went short, thought I would be stopped out. The market came up aggressively, waited, took, added to the position here. Not ideal, and it was just out of pure frustration that the market broke the low of day and buyers came in with quite a bit of vengeance, especially after that earlier loss, that most recent loss through here we have added. So got to be careful of this revenge trading that took place here. Shorted through the low of day, prices turned around again, price came up, added to that short and took profits there. Now the original target on this short was all the way down here at 74s. Now that did not go down there, of course. As we can see, price came down to this level. Now it became pretty dogmatic here. So through the previous low of day, prices came down. Again, through that previous low of day, strong bullish candle. Held a position, Thought I'd be getting an exit signal around here. The market continued higher. And eventually I took a full stop out. So with that trade, I took a very big loss relative to what I've been taking over the past couple of weeks. So that breakthrough low of day, that retest, did not exit, decided to follow my strategy dogmatically. Threatened to give me an exit signal here, did not, continued higher and eventually was stopped out. Got a long signal, added to the position right here. Looking to target a point of control, got to take profits there, and from this original position the overall take profits on this position was up at the 174.25. Prices eventually did go up to that 174.25, and in that trade I was able to bring the account up to the highs. So the big losing trade took the account negative after being up on the day, up over 100. That actually took its negative. So a series of winning trades across multiple instruments, especially with this last trade on NQ, actually took me positive on the day. Not only positive, but 2 equity highs on the day in terms of P&L. If we have a look at the account, we started the day on the account at 338.750. We'll be ending the day at 449.575. We can see started the day okay with a series of winning trades. I won't go through all the trades, took quite a few trades today. I go to the trades that did stand out a fair bit. So I took a bigger loss there on NQ of 42.5. Bigger losses tend to be on NQ because it is the more volatile of all 3 instruments. This is a big loss that I did mention. And if we look at it, this was the loss on NQ. That we did take a full stop out where it threatened to give us an early exit, held the position all the way until I was stopped out. And the most recent winner on NQ didn't quite recover all of the losses, the biggest loss of the day, but it did go a fair bit towards it. So it's about 10. Yeah, it's about 10 in terms of difference, 76.66, and we've got 66.666. What we'll do now is we'll look at the trade performance. Over on the trade performance here, we can see total P&L 110.825, 14 winning trades, 6 losing trades, 4 win percentage of 70%, average win being 19.985, average loss being 26.361. So that's not great. That is certainly not great. The average winner being smaller than the average loser, obviously made up for by the high accuracy, but it's not a great metric overall. 10 trades on NQ, picked up 43.5 there, 6 wins, 4 losses, 60%. Average win being smaller than the average loss, not great. Not great there. Over on ES, picked up 55, most profitable instrument of the day, 5 wins, 1 loss, 83%. Average win being bigger than the average loss. That's certainly what we'd like to see. Kind of strange because normally I have a tough time on ES, but today it seems that the market and the strategy were in perfect alignment and it seemed to be working in my favor. Finally, on gold, we took 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser, 75% accuracy. And similar to NQ, we've got issues in terms of the average winner being smaller than the average loser. So those are certainly things that we do have to think about. Do have question marks around these things. It's good to be profitable, but we do have to bear in mind, we do have to think about why it is that, actually I do know why it is. Actually, it's part of the strategy I'm using. I do know why it is. It's part of the strategy that the losers are going to be slightly bigger. I'd ideally like them to be 1-to-1, but it's not the case at the moment. But I'll stick with the strategy for now. We'll see how it continues to perform in the coming days, weeks, and possibly months. But that's it. That covers everything. So with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.